What's going on YouTube? It's Captain Labs here. So I know I said I'd bring some breakdown videos of this game and my gameplay and everything. So this is going to be one of the first ones of that. And what kind of like started this is last night I played a game and I just could not figure out their tank whatsoever. So I want to go in and break down like what I was doing wrong, why I couldn't get the body on this guy, because this guy was just soloing me and I was trying to beat him and I just couldn't get him. And by the time we lost this game, because I just got too fixated on this character that I was just 1v1ing on a 6v6. So I want to see what he was doing in order to kind of like see what I was doing wrong and what I could have done a little bit better. So how you do your video breakdowns and stuff like that, or how you rewatch your match, you're gonna go over here to this top right thing. This is basically your character information and stuff like that. It's how you customize your character. But importantly, I want the history. So I want to try and find the game because I don't remember which game it was now that I think about it. Because I played with Penny a lot last night, but I don't think I got SVP. I think it might have been this game. No. I don't know. I don't remember which one it was. It was on... what map was it? I still don't know the maps yet, which is probably my biggest downfall. We lost a lot last night. We lost a lot. Nope, it wasn't this one because I put Loki in this one. This might be the game. This might be the game. Let's go ahead and watch this. This might be it. We'll know right off the bat if it's it or not. So, but yeah, this guy just completely worked me. And while we're loading, I'm gonna do a little rant here because while we're loading on this, I'm gonna do a little bit of a rant. So I'm making potatoes this morning, right? I got one of the like the green packages of O'Brien's potatoes or something like that, and it says to add 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I was like, okay, well, I'm not a big fan of vegetable oil. I'd rather cook with butter and everything else like that. So I spend, I'm not even sure how much time, like 15 minutes cooking these potatoes, and they're so burnt to the bottom of the pan. This is not the right video.
All you need to do is capture the mission area.
They were so burnt to the bottom of the pan that I couldn't use it wouldn't cook anymore. So it literally stopped cooking the potatoes because there was so much potato skin that burned to the bottom of the pan that I couldn't cook the potatoes. And I planned on making a huge breakfast this morning. I was gonna cook potatoes, I was gonna cook eggs, I was gonna throw some cheese in it, I was gonna throw some hot sauce in that bad boy. It was gonna be a delicious, delicious breakfast. And it just all got ruined because I used butter instead of the vegetable oil. But I've done it before with vegetable oil, and it burns to the bottom of the pan too. So I don't know if maybe I'm just cooking it too hot or what. But my potato skins, they always end up burning to the bottom of the pan, which it drives me probably more insane than anything else. So that's my rant about potatoes. That's my rant about what happened to me this morning. And I'm just like, why? Like, why can I not start the day off with just some nice, crispy potatoes without going to a restaurant? You know? Because you know what I'm talking about, too. When you get the potatoes nice and crispy and you get them just like just right, oh, they just crisp so perfectly in your mouth. That's what's up. And that's the goal that you want. So it was not this one. So oh, I gotta go all the way back. So history. I want to say it was this map. I want to say it was this map. Yeah, I want to say it was this map. It might be this game. It might be the game I got SVP. It might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think this one's it because I think I remember the F. So, but yeah, I don't know what it was about this guy, but he just couldn't. I couldn't beat him. Like he was just an indestructible wall. His healers were on him. They were taking care of him real good. They were taking care of me real good. I felt like we had these like long, long battles in this game, and I'm just
The
like,
right
okay,
heroes could make
like we
all
got
the
this. Like
difference.
we can do this. So we're gonna skip over. We're gonna find my point of view. We're gonna wait till my character. I think this is. I think this is the game. So off the rip here with Penny, I like to get to this like left side because I've got these two little. Oh well, you can't see my character right now, but I think this just goes back like 5 seconds. Every now and then, this just kind of geeks out and it doesn't work properly, which is always frustrating. But like right now, it's just geeking out, and it's one of the reasons why I haven't done a lot of these videos. In all honesty, is because this system doesn't work very well. Like there's times where I think last night we played a ranked game, and usually ranked games you can load into those really well. Like ranked games are usually better connections, like they establish better connections with your IP and everything, and you can like get into those games and they're really smooth. But last night, I don't know what it was, but for several of my games here, I just completely could not load into the game. So, so like I was saying, light off the rip here with Penny, especially when you're attacking. I like to play this left side. So there's two reasons for this. Is there's a little door off to the left over here if you play back a little bit that I can bail to if I want to and start playing this left flank. But I also like to be the attention. So I like to leave those I like to leave those flanks for my actual DPS players and stuff. So I like to make sure I'm in the middle. I like to make sure that everyone can see me. I like to make sure that I'm getting as much attention as I possibly can. I'm putting out as much damage as I possibly can as a tank. I'm being a hindrance. I'm being annoying. I'm just trying everything that I possibly can to like get the attention here. So I'm going to run up pretty much right down the middle of the lane. Their group team thankfully put up a good wall for me so I can just kind of like hide behind this wall, do my damage, and kind of keep going. So,
This is gonna
and
hurt.
this is not the game. Now, this is not the game. So, as you see here, what I'm doing here is in my little setup is I'm trying to make sure I'm still moving, so I'm a hard target to hit, but at the same time I'm chucking out mines. Like I'm just chucking out mines as far as I possibly can, so that way I can make sure I'm doing damage in their back line.
Mine's in place.
All right, so here my buddy DP faded had a call out and said there was two of them in our back line. So then I pulled my attention from the very front to make sure that our back line and everything was taken care of, because your healers and some of your DPS and stuff, they stay in your back line. So you have like a front line and a back line. When you play tank or you play some DPS players, like you want to be in the front line, you want to be drawing that attention, you want to be like, being annoying and stuff like that. But sometimes they get in your back line. So the same thing you're doing, they're trying to do too. So whenever they call out that they're in the back line, I looked and seen that we just lost somebody on our team, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna turn around, I'm gonna deal with this problem too. So that's what you do. I got a call out from my buddy DP Faded, and I turned around and I started working on these two guys. And now because I started working on these two guys, I have to remember going into this fight in the center that I just pulled my attention off, so they're probably either closer to where I was, so I need to get back to where I was in order to reestablish like my kind of map dominance, or I need to be prepared as soon as I turn around if there's going to be a fight right there.
Ooh, I know that sound. This is gonna hurt. Powering up. This is gonna hurt.
All right, and as you kind of saw there, I was being a complete and utter nuisance. I turned around, I realized that, okay, they're really starting to stack here, so I just need to be as annoying as possible. And I was overly annoying. I was chucking out mines, and I caused all that attention to be on me. And I ended up going down, which is a bad move on my part. I could have played these group walls a little better. I could have played any of my cover a lot better. Like I should have played off to this right side over here. I wanna rewind it, but I don't want to see. So here I am. I should have played this side right here. So as soon like where the Scarlet Witch was, this area right here is where I should have kind of backed up to. If not even this corner, like I could have played a little bit closer to my back line. I got too far out, and that's what caused my death right here. Yeah, easily caused my death because I got too far out. I don't even see any of my teammates like on like my HUD or anything like that. So like I didn't check for my teammates. That was a big drop on my part, especially being the tank and trying to be in the center. You want to be what gets the attention. And that's immediately what I do off of respawn. Immediately what I do off of respawn is I charge right back into the dead center to try and draw all of the attention. So
For some fireworks.
got the call again on the back line. Looks like that Star-Lord is going to be an issue.
Time for some fireworks. You know what to do, spiders? Mine's in place. It's spider time! Yosha!
Born again! Enemy ahead. Prepare to engage.
Time for some fireworks.
So it wasn't a terrible life, but it wasn't a good life. Like my whole teammate died. My whole team died on that left flank there. I was no help on that left flank whatsoever. You kind of see me poking in the middle there, but my attention was still focused on the middle. I was no help on that left flank whatsoever. And then when I pulled my ult, I re-established that left side flank, thinking that okay, maybe this is where they'll push on their respawn and everything, and I completely was just left in the wind. I got way too far into their line with everybody being dead like that, and I just could not recover from that. I couldn't get back. I was too far deep. Like you can see, if I go back another couple seconds here, I want to go back before my ult. All right, pause. I want to go back before my ult. Okay, so here it is. So you got 1, 2 players that are dead.
Time for
3 players. There's another one just dropped.
some fireworks.
4 players. There's the 4th one that just dropped. So it's just me and a healer left after Star-Lord pops his ult. So I didn't rewind all the way back to Star-Lord popping his ult, but that's why my whole team basically gets wiped there. Is Star-Lord pops his ult, and now I'm stuck in the center, not able to help. I mean, so yes, it was okay that it was a little spread out because I didn't instantaneously die to, the Star-Lord ult, but at the same time now, I'm off spawn from my team. So basically everything I'm doing at this point from here on out is by myself. And I'm realizing this in the game. Not as it's happening, obviously, but like when I die and I'm like, oh, I really shouldn't have done that. So I'm kind of just talking to you too about my thoughts like in the game. So like I seen that everyone died on this left side here. So I'm at this point just trying to stay alive. But I popped my ult and I ran the wrong way. With that being connected to the ground there, I want all this as much as I possibly can. But I didn't realize how outnumbered that I was, and I should not have pushed way up here. I should have wrapped back around with everybody being dead like that. I should have wrapped back around to the very beginning and restarted that with my little bot on the ground to create that little starter web. And I should have re-established some of the map dominance. So that was that was on me. That was my bad as a tank. But let's see what we do with this next life here.
Render me assistance.
I'm counting on you, friends. Mine's in place.
Tremble before fast.
what to do, spiders. Woohoo! I know that sound. We're back in action.
Why does it do that? Okay, so to break this one down, I pushed that left side again because it seemed like my teammates wanted to push on that left side. When I died on that last one, I noticed that they were all kind of huddled up right behind this wall over here. So I wanted to push this left side again pretty hard because then I had a better angle than what I was using because they were using this cover really good up the middle. So I wanted to get a better angle on them. So I play this left side flank and I push way too far. Instead of establishing this middle point right here like I should have before we kind of all pushed in together, I just got froggy like I was a DPS character and I just decided to push this entire left side all by myself. And now I'm in the objective.
You know what to do,
So what I'm going to try and do from here is I'm going to try and get the healers, but they all turned around against me at almost the exact same time and just completely wiped me. And if I look, it looks like they're only fighting like one, maybe two people back here at the spawn. So like nobody pushed up to help me. I was completely solo out here by myself. It was just a dumb death. Like that was just a dumb death. I had a lot of good things going for me on this life. Like I pushed that left flank. I had a really good thing. I pushed them back into this little section here for like the second break point. And then I pushed this entire left side. Like I should have waited for my teammates. But I could have pushed this left side with them, and we probably could have taken this point and objective off that life alone. But I just didn't play it right. And that's one of the new things about being new at a game and knowing how to play games at the same time is you're going to make those mistakes because you don't have the tempo of games properly. But at the same time, you have to know you made the mistake. And then, like you can see, this is a relatively short video. This is a relatively short game that we had. But we could have made it a lot longer of a game.
We're back in action. Time for some fireworks. Against the world. You gotta reboot, Tony. We need you. It's spider time.
Yeah, at that point, the round was pretty much washed. Had only about 10 seconds. There was no way I was even getting to the hill in time, so somebody else would have had to touch it in order for me to get there. Draw some of the attention or anything else like that, but it was pretty much a wash by that point. So. Alright, let's go. Because this is a super short round, too. Like, they completely... I get set up. I get ready. I'm ready to go. I'm hunkered in. Like, I'm ready. Ready for this fight. And it's going to freeze. And they just completely flank us. Like, they pop a portal or a DPS character goes all the way around. Nobody's paying attention. And they score the point. So there's really nothing else you could do here. I can show you a little bit about how I set up, but we gotta wait for it to come back.
What I do may seem dangerous, but I've never felt safer than when my dad.
Yeah, so we've gone a little bit. All right, so this is how I like to set up. So I'll get that, like I said, center lane control right here, all set up, ready to go. I'll get some picks doing this. I'll start setting mines up. I start setting all my traps. And that's how I like to play Penny, is I like to play the trap build-up. I like to, you push me, I'll get you in a trap. And you can see, here, you can see him right there sneaking off right here. You can see this guy right here sneaking off on the right side. Everyone is looking dead center at the spawn, and there's the guy right here sneaking off. I think it's Spider-Man too. What do they have? Oh, they have Black Panther. They have Black Panther. So here we are. We're putting in work. Finally putting in work. Somebody's already back there. Somebody is already back there. And I think you can see a strange portal pop up. Yep. You can see a strange portal right there. I know you can't really see it because this little play button's there, but here it is, right here. You can see a strange portal right there. So they popped a strange portal, and then they just completely went to the point, and that's how they did it, and they beat us just that easily because we didn't get a single point in that game. So. But so that's what I kind of do. So whenever it comes down to my gameplay or anything else like that, like whenever it comes down to just me figuring out like how I want to play games or like what I'm doing or what I'm doing wrong, I come in and I just am overly critical about what I do. I want to do a game where I'm healing. I didn't get to heal a lot last night, so I don't really get to do the breakdown. This is more of the way I play Penny. And when I play Penny, I'm basically a DPS tank. Like, I'm going to stand in the center. I'm going to cause a lot of havoc. I'm going to cause a lot of chaos, but I'm going to do as much damage as I possibly can with Penny. So I take a lot of damage, but at the same time, like I can do a lot of damage, and that's kind of how I like to play. Like if I'm gonna be the frontline tank, I'm gonna take a lot of damage, but at the same time, I want to dish it back out. Like I don't want to just get beat on. I want to be able to beat on people, if that makes sense. So this is gonna be the Penny video. As I get going, as I get further in, I'm going to talk about some different stuff that I've learned. One of the biggest points that I'm going to give right now that I've picked up is your sensitivity. This game is not fast, your sensitivity is just fast. So if you're having a hard time keeping up with players, you're having a hard time with like keeping up with anything else like that, just bring your sensitivity down till you start learning the mechanics, till you start learning the game. Bring your sensitivity down, work with that, and then kind of work your way up, because I think even I play with like on mouse and keyboard I play like 1.15, and I play super slow. A lot of people I watch, they're like 1.85, but a lot of the top end players, they play with these slower sensitivities because you're trying to go for accuracy, you're trying to go for everything else like that. So whatever you're comfortable with, use, but at the same time, if you think the game's fast, just slow it down and you should be just fine. You should start hitting and connecting with your shots more. If you want, I know an instructional video about aim assist. So if you're playing on controller, I found an instructional video on aim assist. So if you want an instructional video about that, I can hook you up with that. So hit me up in the comments, and I will hook you up with that video. Or I can try and link it in the description below. I haven't done that yet, but I can try doing that too. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the content. I hope you are looking forward to maybe some more of this. As of right now, this is kind of where I'm at. I'm bouncing in between this and Elden Ring, but I'm always bouncing back and forth between Elden Ring. So don't ever think that I'm to stop playing that game. So I hope you guys are having a good one. I hope you guys' January is going pretty good so far, and 2025 has been treating you good. So I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.